Well, what is up, Switch leaders? Y'all, I just need to take a second before we even talk about where we're going, things that we're going to be pressing into. I just want to take a second and recognize if you didn't get to be here this weekend, you missed an incredible work of God. I just cannot believe what we get to be a part of, because we saw 119 people go public with their faith through baptism. And I don't know about you, I've never seen anything like this, and it is so special to be a part of, because God is using you, God is using us as his leaders, as the church, to make a difference in the lives of so many people around us. And I want to say thank you for the things that you're doing from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of every single person that got baptized. But on top of that, in that 119, 27 students went public with their faith through baptism. And I just want to say, guys, if you don't see it, God, we're not just praying for a revival, we're not just looking for hope. We are living in the middle of a revival. It is not normal, but that just makes it that much more special that you and I get to be a part of a modern day revival. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped. And I don't know about, I can't help but just have a fire inside of me to continue to reach more and more people, more students, because I know that we are just getting started, that Mansfield's gonna look so much different because of the investment that we're making, but most importantly, the way that God is using us in the space that we occupy. So absolutely incredible weekend. Hopefully everyone is getting over the sickness that's been going around. I know I've gotten it. I know all of our team's gotten it. I know a lot of you have been struggling, battling with that. So I just wanna let you all know, praying for you, get better. And we are so excited for this week at Switch to have every single one of you guys back. Hey, I wanted to take a second and just talk about, take a couple minutes and talk about small groups for just a quick second. Something that we've been stepping into is more deeper, intentional relationships. We've been starting group chats. We've been doing all of these things. And one thing that I have just talked, and this has been a kind of just a overarching theme that I've seen from some students, from some leaders, and most of it students coming to me like, hey, I just feel like I'm not building the relationships that I want to build. And then also on the leader side is, hey, I can't get it out of my students. I can't get them to move. But last week was different. Last week I had so many conversations with students, with leaders of, hey, we went the most intentional small groups I've ever seen. There were so many deep conversations. There were so many good conversations that we had that just led to a place of like, we got to pray together. We got to talk about the things that usually we don't talk about. And one thing that I saw consistently throughout last week that I know has been a game changer for a lot of leaders is thinking of, we're giving our students the keys. We're giving our students the keys, which means we are the directors, but we're allowing them to run the show, giving them the opportunity to lead in ways that they may not have led before, but challenging our students. Because the one thing I know about Generation Z, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. So what that may look like for you, hey, little Jimmy, you're going to lead small group next week, and I'm gonna help you do that. Or Sophia, I'm gonna help you, but you're gonna lead switch groups tonight, or whatever that may look like, and whatever you feel best. Just know that it doesn't always have to be us as the leaders giving them the content, giving them the things to be thinking about, challenging them. And even if it's quiet for the first couple of weeks, I promise you that as time goes on, your students are going to feel a sense of ownership, because the time that they have to think about, to process the things that they've wanted to say for a long time are often we're seconds away from allowing them to share. So I want to encourage you, challenge your students. We've been talking about leading small. Something that we do is we move them out. We give them the tools, the resources, the keys to the building, and we allow them to run our groups. We allow them to lead the way in their schools. We give them the tools and the resources to be leaders, because they're not the leaders of tomorrow, they are the leaders of today. So I want to encourage you over the next couple of weeks, obviously building relationships, and just a side note to that, allowing your students to lead in a way of leading a small group or asking good questions, that kind of stuff. What you're going to actually find is that you have more time and more opportunities to build relationships with your students. in that time of encouraging and pulling more questions out of one another. So if little Johnny's talking about something that's going on at home, like, hey man, like, I'm really sorry that that's going on. Have any of you guys in this group felt that way? And allowing those students opening up to open the doors for other students to open up. And you would be surprised at the relationships that you're able to build, at the opportunities for you to reach out to your students throughout the week and to be praying praying alongside of them, giving them tangible things that you can be walking with them in. It is a game changer. I want to challenge you. I want to encourage you. Step in, give them the keys, give them the resources and the tools that they need. And if you don't know where those are at, your coaches do. Find Tyler, find myself, and we want to equip you to do what God has called you to do as a leader, as a pastor, and as a follower of Jesus. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. We're continuing in our message series, How to Follow Jesus, and I am super pumped for all that God is going to do this week at Switch. Let me know if y'all need anything. I'll see you guys at 6:15. Huddle, Switch t-shirts. Peace.